SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family. S is for students, F for families too. U is for united, talking about me and you. S for solidarity, D is for diversity. SFUSD.
Happy Thursday, scientists. How are you today? All right, I'm hearing an improvement from yesterday. I was actually having a tough time coming up with what we'll learn about, but it finally came to me. I went back to our learning from Tuesday. That was the day I shared the facts that I learned while doing research, that all living things breathe, grow, change, and need food and water. You know which item really stuck with me that I had a really hard time understanding? Yes, the seaweed, but we talked about that yesterday. I was and am still thinking about the crab shell. There were some things about it that I had a hard time understanding. For instance, is the shell a part of the crab, or is it like a rain jacket that you can take off? And what about hermit crabs? They can use anything for a shell. So today, we will learn about a certain crab and also learn about some that you can find here in the San Francisco Bay Area. You can actually trap your own and eat them. It's really fun, and crab tastes pretty yummy with some herbs and butter. Well, would you like to learn what I learned? Awesome. How many of you have heard of Dungeness crabs? Oh, okay, a couple of you have actually tried them. Dungeness crabs are really popular here in the city and all along the western coast. They're actually in open season right now, so you can go trap some today. But you don't have to. You could just learn about them here. When I've trapped some in the past, they were different from other crabs. When I think of crabs, I think of bright red creatures with a lot of spiny legs. Dungeness crabs have a purple and beige shell with some light red and orange splotches throughout the rest of the body. You know, that's got me thinking, if their shell can be different colored from other crabs, then isn't their shell alive too? Oh, I just feel like I have so many more questions. Well, luckily, I continue with my research, and I ended up finding a chart very similar to the one we made yesterday. I found a growth and change chart about Dungeness crabs, except this chart is referred to as the life cycle. This is actually how scientists say growth and change. The Dungeness crab life cycle is about 8 years, and I copied it down for us to observe. Let's check out my research. Interesting. This life cycle shows 5 stages, and mine was already 5, and I still have a stage or 2 to go through. So after coming out of the eggs, they grow through a stage where they're called zoa. This stage lasts for about 3 months. That must be when they're babies. And I guess that's the word for a baby Dungeness crab. After that, they go through a stage where they're called megalope. They stay in this stage for about 1 year. And they are about the size of a dime. They're about the size of a dime, but that's kind of hard to imagine. This is also the point where they start to look a little more like crabs. The next stage, they're called juvenile crabs, and they get a lot bigger. They stay in this stage for about 2 to 3 years. This is kind of like the teenage stage for us humans, but crabs get there a lot faster. After that, they reach their final stage, adulthood. Then they lay eggs, and the life cycle starts all over again. How interesting. What did you find interesting about the Dungeness crab life cycle? Ooh, me too. But scientists, I just realized that we didn't learn anything that would help me become less confused about the shell. Well, let me continue reading through what I found. Let's see. Oh, yes! I found some facts that might be helpful for us. Let's see. Dungeness crab have 10 legs, and they use the front 2 like pinchers so they can grab things and attack other animals. Oh, I've had a crab grab my finger. I would not want to be attacked by them. Anyways, adult crabs molt once every year. Oh, you don't know what molt means? That's all right. Thank you for stopping me. Molt means to shed or get rid of old skin, feathers, or shells. to make space for a new one to grow. Wait a minute. Grow? So crabs do grow their shells, but once it molts or falls off, it stops growing. That would mean that the shell that I found on the beach was not living, but it definitely was a part of something living at some point. Huh. Crabs are really interesting, and they have a few interesting similarities to humans. What questions do you still have about crabs? Huh. That's interesting. Now I'm wondering about that too. Well, scientists, we are running out of time for today, but tomorrow we will wrap up our learning about living and non-living things. We fully determined why the crab shell is non-living, even though it was part of the crab at some point. Thank you for going over that research with me. I can't wait to learn with you tomorrow.
Hello, friends. Mr. Ryther here. And joining me on today's song is my friend Suzanne. Hi, Suzanne.
Hi, Michael Ryther. Hello, everyone.
Have you ever thought about how amazing plants are? The roots are able to grow around obstacles, and they know how to find water underground.
You think that's amazing? Leaves can turn sunlight into food, and flowers can get bees and hummingbirds to pollinate them.
How do you think plants got so amazing?
As amateur scientists, that's a question we could research.
Well, here's our song, Parts of a Plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. The roots and the stems and the leaves, the flowers and the fruits and the seeds, the parts of a plant. The roots keep plants from moving around. They slurp up water underground. The stems take the water to the leaves. The leaves turn sunlight into something to eat. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. The roots and the stems and the leaves, the flowers and the fruits and the seeds, the parts of a plant.
The flowers attract the pollinators when they interact. The fruits come later. The fruits have seeds to make new plants. It's a life cycle like an infinite dance.
Let's talk about the parts of a plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. The roots and the stems and the leaves, the flowers and the fruits and the seeds, the parts of a plant. Each one plays a part in the dance, but they're grooved together for the good of the plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. Let's talk about the parts of a plant. The roots and the stems and the leaves, the flowers and the fruits and the seeds, the parts of a plant. The parts of a plant. The roots and the stems and the leaves, the flowers and the fruits and the seeds, the parts of a plant. Thanks, Suzanne, for helping me on that song. Did you know that all of you at home can be scientists too? What questions do you have about plants that you want to investigate?
Oh, hi friends! It's me again, Miss Nikki. You know, after a long day of distance learning and work, and after a little bit of TV and time with my family, I love to snuggle up and read a good book. Sometimes I read to my sister or to my kids, and every now and again, I read a book to my dolls. I was just about to read this book, Reading Beauty, to my friend here, but hey, since you're here, how about I read the book to you? This book is called Reading Beauty, and it's by Deborah Underwood. That means Deborah Underwood wrote the story. And then the pictures or the illustrations are by Meg Hunt. I was looking at this book and I thought, Reading Beauty, I know another story about a beauty, Sleeping Beauty. And it's about a princess who gets pricked, who falls into a deep sleep. But when I think about it, I don't remember Sleeping Beauty looking like this. I don't remember any books on Sleeping Beauty, and I know there weren't any dogs. So I'm super, super curious to find out what Reading Beauty is all about. Let's read it. Once upon a planetoid surrounded by book lovers, a Princess Lex read morning, noon, and night beneath her covers. Do you read beneath your covers sometimes too? I do, but it gets kind of dark. Lex's bedroom brimmed with books. She read them at top speed. She even trained her puppy Prince to fetch her things to read. Oh my gosh, she was a fast reader. Her dog had to keep bringing her more books. But on her 15th birthday, Lex awoke. Her books were gone. She raced to find her parents. Make them stop! What's going on? They answered with a story. Long ago, when you were small, we held a celebration and invited one and all. But while the guests were toasting you, we heard a muffled shout. A fairy burst in furious that she had been left out. Oh, they forgot to invite the fairy? How could you not invite me? I must say I'm rather miffed. That means she's really upset. But wait, we did. Be quiet. Let me give your Lex a gift. Like all you wretched readers, Lex will live for reading, but when she's 15, she'll flip a page and get a paper cut. The paper cut will bring a curse. A death-like sleep will take her. She'll stay that way forever until only true love's kiss will wake her. That's why we hid the books away, her mother said, dejected. For any book could cut you, and you need to be protected. Without its books, their world grew bleak, consumed by dark and gloom. Lex watched the shadows spreading from the windows in her room. It's all my fault, she said to Prince. I can't let things get worse. I'll fly to find the fairy then. I'll make her break the curse. Oh, Lex has a plan. Prince's nose picked up a scent. Good dog. Those books, I need them. We'll bring a bot to pack them up and hold them while I read them. Ah, smart girl. She's going to use books to help her solve her problem. I use books a lot to help me learn new things and help me solve problems. Lex started off with how to fly, then how to find a fairy, and stories gave her courage when the trip got rough and scary. Meanwhile, in her fairy's lair, the fairy shrieked, "It's Lex! She won't get me. I'll stop her with the thorny hedges hex." A wall of thorns around her home. Nice try, but she can't hide. A garden book helped Lex cook up a homemade herbicide. Yeah, an herbicide is like some potion that kills plants and herbs. The hedge dissolved to shriveled bits so Lex and Prince could land. The fairy said, "That girl is doomed. I've got a special plan. I'll tempt her with the thing she loves, a gorgeous poisoned book entitled How to Lift a Curse. She'll have to take a look." Zap zip, a glowing book appeared. Prince sniffed. "What's this?" Lex said. The fairy listened through the door. "No sounds. She must be dead." Oh, I hope she's not dead. Oh no, there's Lex. The fairy inched near sleeping Lex to check her now closed eyes. But Lex sprang up and grabbed her wand and said, "Hello, surprise! I got quite good at faking sleep when I was just a kid, so I could read past bedtime. Now about that curse you did. That curse will last forever. You'll never change my mind." Then Prince nudged Lex's leg and barked. "Ruff, ruff." Lex looked. "What did you find?" What did Prince find? There's something in his mouth, and it says, "You are invited to a royal ball to celebrate the birth of Princess Lex." That looks like an invitation. You were invited to the ball. We thought this didn't reach you. Wait, can it be that you can't read? Don't worry, I will teach you. Oh my goodness, the fairy did get the invitation. She just couldn't read it. Me read? In her excitement, the poor fairy didn't think. She touched the book, she turned ghost white and crumbled in a blink. The fairy cursed herself, cried Lex, we need to help her quick. Prince ran up and gave the fairy's face a sloppy lick, yuck, dog lick. The fairy slowly came to life. What happened? I'm not dead. Oh, Prince loves everyone, Lex shrugged. She smiled and scratched her head. Remember, only true love's kiss can break the curse. And Prince loves everyone, even the fairy. So Lex came home, the books came back, the land was filled with laughter. The fairy found a job in a library with lots of books, and all read happily ever after. Oh my goodness. I had so many favorite parts of this book. What was your favorite part? I love the part where Lex used books to help her solve her problems. And I really love the part where even though the fairy was mean to her and cursed her and tried to poison her with a book, Lex still was nice to the fairy and helped her learn how to read. But maybe the best part is everybody read happily ever after. I do hope that you continue to read, my friends, and maybe we can read the story again together. Until then, have a good one. Bye-bye.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash your hands. Scrub them while you sing this song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your blood so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Taking care of yourself is also taking care of others. We are all in this together.
Hi everyone, I'm Miss Jyoti.
Hi everyone, and I'm Mr. Bongo.
And today we're going to talk about crabs, where they live, and how they move.
And that's when I'm going to share a story with you that is related to myself. So, Mr. Bongo is from Guinea, West Africa. In West Africa is a small country called Guinea. So when I was a kid, in my neighborhood where my parents live, in Conakry, which is the capital of Guinea. And Conakry is like a peninsula. We are surrounded to a water. So that means there's a lot of mangrove around. And Mr. Bongo's family lives just 2 blocks away from the mangrove. So when I was a kid, we used to go catch crab into the mangrove. We go into the mud, put our hands in the crab hole, catch some crab, and then we enjoy cooking and eating it with friends. So that's the story. So I feel like this is something that's very connected to me in my childhood. So I wanted to share that with you guys. And Miss Jyoti will come out with some dance move for you.
Mr. Bongo, I love imagining you as a little kid looking for crabs. When you were looking for them, did you ever see them move or notice anything about how they move?
Of course. So it's like once we come to the mangrove, they're already out. The waters, the sea levels are lower, and then the crabs come out for food. That's the time they come to find food. And once you will go there, it will be like millions of crab on top of it, and then they will all disappear in a minute. So you have to dig into hole to find them, because we know that's the only place they go into.
That sounds really fun, actually, Mr. Bongo.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to learn and experience how do crabs move. Let's go. So one thing I've learned about crabs is that they move quickest going from side to side. They move sideways. That's how they travel the fastest. So I want us to explore moving sideways. Can you show me how you can move side to side? Let's get our crab claws up. Using the space that you have, how you move side to side. Can you go fast? That's different than going forward, isn't it? Can you turn to the side? Now move towards me and away from me and towards me and away. Let's try the other side. Towards me and away. One more time. Amazing. Crabs have claws. Can I see your crab claws? Let's see if we can move side to side while moving our claws. Can we move our claws slow, but our feet fast? Ooh, that takes some concentration. Can we move our claws fast, but move our feet slow? I can feel myself getting a little crabby. Okay, so we know also we can do another kind of crab walk. You might have done this in PE class. We're gonna go on the floor, have your hands in the back, your arms in the back, feet are flat, and lift up your hips. Now try moving around in any direction you want. And play with the speed. Can you go faster? Can you go slow? Wow, that takes a lot of work. Can you go sideways? Can you pick up your feet? Amazing. We are learning all these different ways that crabs move. And we know crabs can live on land or in water depending on what kind of crab they are. Can I see you swim through the water? With your claws? Your crab claws? Beautiful. And sideways. Amazing. Thank you so much for joining us on our crabby journey today. We will see you next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Keeping your child's teeth healthy is important. Whatever they eat, it affects their health.
Baby teeth are used to help us eat, speak, and hold space for adult teeth. Fruits, veggies, cheese, and yogurt are healthy snacks.
Save treats like cake and cookies for special occasions. When your child eats cookies, crackers, and chips, make sure they brush their teeth and rinse with water very well.
Take your child to see the dentist by the first birthday. Get them excited by reading books and watching fun videos about visiting the dentist.
The power of 2.
Visit the dentist twice a year or as often as your doctor recommends.
Brush in the morning and brush before going to bed 2 times a day.
Brush 2 minutes each time.
At age 2, start using toothpaste with fluoride and put a pea size on a toothbrush.
Kids need assistance brushing their teeth normally until around the ages of 7 or 8 years old.
Make sure to check your baby's teeth and make sure they're the same color. If ever you see some spots or brown spots in their teeth, make sure to bring them to the dentist for them to check.
Fluoride is a mineral to help protect your teeth.
Don't share germs from your mouth to your child's mouth.
And don't forget, floss before going to bed.
Remember,
Brush your teeth 2 times a day. Floss 1 time a day.
limit juice and snacks.
Young kids need help brushing until they are 7 or 8 years old.
Stay active.
Don't forget to smile.
There's a whole new day that's still ahead, so shine.
Hi buddies, it's Teacher Maggie and this is And today we're going to talk a little bit about the rain, and we're going to use that to help us take some deep breaths. So for us, it was raining here earlier this week. There was a big rainstorm, and it's kind of fun to be cozy inside. So we're going to do some movements that feel kind of like that rainstorm today. So go ahead and get down on the ground. You're going to bring your legs in front of you, and we're going to do ringing with our feet. So hold on to your shins right here. And with your toes, you're gonna do little raindrops with your toes. So rain with your toes, rain with your toes, and then thunder with your heels. So make it nice and loud thunder, and then the lightning goes like this, whoosh, across the sky. See if you can let go. Again, ready? Rain with your toes, rain with your toes. It's kind of quiet. Listen. Thunder with your heels, that's louder. And then the lightning goes whoosh across the sky. Good job. Now let's pretend that that storm is coming in just a little bit stronger. So put your hands together, and when you rub your hands together, it's kind of like the sound of the wind. Can you hear? Here comes the wind, here comes the wind. And then the sound of the rain. So do your hands on your lap like the rain. So here's the rain starting. And then a big sound or a big crash of lightning with your hands up overhead. And then thunder with your heels again, thunder. And then here comes a little more wind, so rub your hands together. And then some more rain, heavier rain, heavier rain, heavier rain. A big crash of lightning. And then thunder with your heels. And then the rain's getting a little bit quieter, a little bit quieter. And then the wind's getting a little bit quieter, until everything is just still. And that's my favorite part, when there's a storm and then the storm ends and everything's just nice and still and calm. So let's take 3 big breaths. Take a big breath in and then go like this. Again, take a deep breath in. One more time, big breath in with your nose. Big breath out like the wind. Nice and calm. Good job. Thanks for moving with us, buddies. We'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Superintendent Dr. Vincent Matthews of the San Francisco Unified School District. It made me so happy to spend time with you today. I hope you had fun too.
What did you make on the show today? Submit your content here using the QR code or go to bit.ly/SFUSD, yes, YES, and watch all of our episodes at sfusd.edu/SF loves learning.
And now it's time to say goodbye. So let's sing our goodbye song. For this song, you have to use your whole body. Will you sing it with me? Are you ready? Wave high, wave low. For now, it's time to go. Wave your elbows, wave your toes, wave your tongue, and wave your nose. Wave your knees, wave your lips. Blow a kiss with your fingertips. Wave your ears, wave your hair. Wave your belly and wave your derriere. Wave your chin, wave your eye. For now it's time to say goodbye. Bye-bye.
SFUSD, that's the place to be. SFUSD, bienvenidos a Tijuana. SFUSD, everyone come and see. SFUSD, join our family.